Good afternoon. My name is Lee. I'm here at my wood yard, and I thought I'd spend some time splitting and filling my trailer as I heat with wood. So just a little background. I grew up, my parents, we heated our home with wood. My dad did all the cutting and splitting, and then me and my brothers, our job was to load, bring it home and stack. I stacked so much wood. And then also bring the wood up near the house so that we could feed the wood stove in the winter. And lived in Illinois and New York State, so winters would get cold. That wood heat was awesome. I'm just tying on my shoes here, boots, to get ready to work. And so yeah, grew up with wood heat, loved it. We got married, my wife and I, were coming up on 25 years. And in our home that we've lived in now 19 and a half years, we've heated with wood. So when I started trying to get wood, I didn't know how to split too well. I found a friend. He showed me a few pointers and just kind of turned me loose, said, you just got to figure it out. And so now here I am. And I really enjoy it. Processing, making wood. And so when COVID hit at home, I keep a number of cord, and like all of you, if you burn with wood, you're always trying to plan ahead. So I would try to have 2 years worth of wood, and ended up having a little bit more than that. So my wife made the comment of like, wow, we've got all this wood. It'd be nice, maybe we could make some cash. Could we try and sell? So I did that. And turned out there was a bit of a market. Where I am, I haven't gotten too many people, maybe a handful, that will heat their homes. But really, it's more recreational burning, it seems like, in our area. And that's fine. So it's been a journey this is my 4th year selling. I sell bundles. I sell 1/3 cord, face cords. I'll sell as much as I can. My trailer really kind of holds what seems like about 1/3 of a cord. I could probably get 2/3 in pretty easily. You can see over there small, I call them cookies or cutoffs, and I sell that. They're not dry so much. I just split them, put them in this pile, and then try to sell them. And then I have a number of rounds yet to split, and that's what I'm going to work on today. Recently, I've been thinking about, boy, when I sell the 3rd cord, I have to measure it. I stack it in the trailer, measure it, because I want to make sure I'm giving enough. I'm like, wouldn't it be cool to build something? And so I've tried my hand at this. I found the platform on the bottom on the way home from work one day. A business was throwing it out. It had the caster wheels on it. It had just cracked and broke one of the supports. They were getting rid of it, so I grabbed it. My son and I then just put it back together and tried to figure it out, and took apart some pallets that I've gotten with 2x6s, and we built this, and it holds a face cord. So, I can roll it around, which is really nice. So I'm gonna go get my splitter and get that set up and get splitting. Got my splitter out. It's a Wolfridge Pro 28C. Just a little background. I started, like I said, I'd been burning at our house, heating our home, and about 17 years, I think it was, and I split with an axe. I had a Stihl MS260. I thought it was the greatest thing. It's a great saw. That's what I cut with. And then I split with a maul until I found the Fiskars X27. That thing is awesome. Great splitting axe. And then there was a family member who said, you need a splitter. And so we started looking around. I found a used splitter. It was a Wallenstein WRX 540. Did a great job. Just in my application, it's not a commercial splitter. And I was trying to sell, and I'm going through a lot of wood, using it almost on the daily, but multiple times a week. And I broke it like 3 times, just breaking off the end piece. It was a horizontal vertical splitter. It just had a pole handle. You had to hold it till it would split through. It did have auto return if you pushed it all the way back. And after the 3rd time, I was just like, boy, I need something heavier because I had to keep putting it in the weld shop. And so I've been looking around, I've been researching, and you know, I wanted a commercial splitter, and so looking at Easton Made and Wolfridge, and then on Facebook Marketplace I found this just a couple hours away. It had 14 hours on it. The guy used it for personal use. Just an awesome, and the moment I saw it up close and personal, you know, you can watch these online on YouTube, people using them, and they're great, but it's built like a tank. It is so heavy duty. It's built so well. And the guy I bought it from, he's like, 2 things you're really gonna love, make a world of difference, is that, the log lift, and in the auto cycle. And he is right. And everything about this I love. Unfortunately, one time I had a huge oak round. It got pushed in and I bent this plate part of, but it, you know, it's not a big deal. But this thing I bought it with 14 hours on it, and that was at Christmas time here just a few months back, and I'm already up to 70 some hours on it. So I'm using it, and I've got all this ahead of me, plus more. I was sourcing my own wood and hauling it. I've got this little utility trailer. Be great someday, get a dump trailer. But and then I met a guy, and he sells wood locally, and just a great guy. And he was like, oh, you need to get hooked up with some tree services. So he gave me a number, and real close to me I realized is a tree service. Called them, and they were like, absolutely. So I call them when I've got some space here on this pad. This is an old chicken barn, and so it's got a concrete pad, which I absolutely love, and especially with the Wolfridge, I can move this by hand. It's a heavy unit, but being on a flat concrete surface, I can pull it, push it without too much trouble at all. So I'm going to start getting to work here, and you can follow along. Fire up the splitter. First pull. Start with pine, I believe. gonna finish up here. We'll call it a day. Hope you have a wonderful day.